It's Jacqueline here with your monthly market update for Northumberland County, and it's November 2022. So, if you've followed along for a while with our social media, you know that every single week on Monday, I do a weekly update where I look back at everything that happened in Northumberland real estate. Well, with the changing market, we've been getting a lot of questions and, frankly, concerns with what on earth is going on in a local marketplace. As such, I think this is a great opportunity to start doing a little bit more of a deep dive into the stats, facts, and everything and anything about Northumberland real estate. So once a month, I will be logging on and giving you an update on everything that's happening in Northumberland real estate, but we're also adding a new segment where I will be taking your questions. So let's get started with looking back at what happened this year thus far and last month. So during the month of October, we saw a total of 109 homes sell in Northumberland, which was a decrease by a roughly 7% from September. Fairly typical this time of year. However, when we look back at the year overall, we have seen a fairly big decrease in terms of the number of homes that have sold. Overall, we've seen 1,300 homes sell in Northumberland County, which is approximately 26% less than what we saw last year. And we've currently seen about 2,200 active listings, meaning sellers that have put their homes on the market, which is an increase by about 14%. So again, fairly basic, but as most people know about the marketplace, it's all about supply and demand. So we've seen an increase in our supply. We've seen a pretty big drop in our demand, which again is going to start to balance the market out. And that's where we get to something that we call months of inventory. So when we call months of inventory in real estate, what we're talking about is how many months would it take for the current level of inventory to sell based on the current rate of sales if no other new homes were introduced to the marketplace. So to put that into perspective, a seller's market is considered less than 4 months of inventory. Over 4 months of inventory is a balanced market till you get about 5 months. Over 5 months is considered very much a buyer's market. So currently speaking, we are sitting at 8 months of inventory in Northumberland. And I'm not going to lie, that's about twice as much that we have been seeing in terms of the level of inventory in our local marketplace in the past 2 years. So for the past 2 years, we actually have been hovering around a 4 to 6 months, more so in the 4 to 5 months. So again, we have a lot of homes available out there in the marketplace right now, with just not as many people looking to buy. Now, from a value perspective, because I'm sure lots of people are reading those doom and gloom headlines, we are currently sitting at about $700,000 as the average sale price in Northumberland. Now, that is down quite a bit from where we were sitting for the first quarter of this year. However, we are still up from where we were year to date last year. So to put that in perspective, $700,000 is currently our average sale price. That is an overall increase by approximately 10% from last year. Now, as I've said, this is a new series we're going to be trying out, and we have gotten a lot of questions around what's going in the marketplace right now. One of the most popular questions I've been getting is what's the overall impact of the increase that we've been seeing in the interest rates? So for those that don't know, we have currently seen about a 6 times interest rates increases this year, meaning that the Bank of Canada has increased it on us since March of 2022, 6 times. Currently speaking, that's about an increase in the rate by 3.5%. And again, to explain how that impacts the overall market, that impacts a buyer's ability to buy by roughly about 18 to 20%. So to put that in basic terms, is that a buyer who was able to buy an $800,000 house and was qualified for an $800,000 purchase as of March 2020 has now decreased that purchasing ability by roughly 18 to 20%, meaning that particular purchaser can now only buy a $650,000 house. So again, that's going to have a pretty big impact on someone's ability to buy in the market and the affordability of what they can buy. So that wraps up the first segment of our monthly market updates. If you have any questions about the market, whether you're a consumer or another agent, as we always get lots of questions from agents themselves, and we're always happy to collaborate and shed some light on our perspective on the market, feel free to comment on our videos, send us a DM, text, snail mail, you name it. We will take your questions anyway and start to include them in our monthly market updates. Till next month, take care and stay safe.